I'm going to talk about 7 characteristic features of metaphysical poetry. Hi friends, welcome back to my poetry channel. This is your hostess Mehjabeen. Firstly, we will take a look at the origin of the word metaphysical. In metaphysical poetry, the word meta means after and physics means science. Roughly, metaphysical can mean after science or beyond science. Metaphysics is a subject which is concerned with certain doubts which cannot be solved by science. Metaphysical poetry refers to a category of poems of the 17th century which featured a good proportion of conceits, guess and speculation about subjects like love and religion. Samuel Johnson, who was a poet and critic, describes this group of English poets as metaphysical poets. In metaphysical poetry, the emphasis is on the spoken rather than the lyrical nature of the poems. Let's come to the characteristics of metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poetry is spiritual in nature. Religion is often the theme of the poets who compose this type of poetry. Metaphysical poetry celebrates spiritual love. In such poetry, the poets try to convey the message that love unites souls. The love depicted here is platonic in nature. Metaphors, puns, paradoxes and meter are common features of such poetry. Drama and tension is created by using these literary devices. The metaphysical poets are highly intellectual people and many of them were university graduates and their poetry radiated their vast knowledge. Metaphysical poetry is difficult to understand when it is read for the first time. Since it is poetry composed by a category of highly educated people, the language of the poems is often obscure to common men. Wit is an important feature of metaphysical poetry. The aim of the poet is to give pleasure to the reader. The poems are basically brief and concise. The thoughts expressed are original in nature. The use of conceits, that is comparison of two things which are not similar to each other, is an important feature in such poetry. Before I wind up, let's take a quick look at some top metaphysical poets. John Donne, he was the best known metaphysical poet. Then we have Henry Vaughan, Andrew Marvell, George Herbert, Richard Crashaw, Abraham Cowley and John Cleveland. Natural and direct language, arguments, hyperbole and allusion are some of the key elements which feature in the poetry of these poets. That's all for today. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.